This is my first visit to Bangladesh. I arrived last night, and one of the things that struck me almost immediately is the fact that in Bangladesh, the language is not Bengali but poetry. Who better to say this than artist Meetu Sen? Her installation Poems Declined consists of 1800 rejected poems which have been put together in this installation that she has bound, and it is a project she's worked on for quite some time. The light here is absolutely stunning. You see a reflection on the wall. It looks like she's painted on these glass panels, but they're not actually paintings because she says that was really very expensive to do. It's a technique that's used by taxi drivers, and I found Meetu in the house to ask her about this. Meetu, I get to meet you in Dhaka finally. We were supposed to have this meeting in Delhi, but I'm utterly blown away by this project because it makes us question what is success and what is failure, who defines success and who defines failure. What you started on this?
Well, like I'm a Bengali. I mean, not from this side of Bengal, but I'm from Calcutta, and my mother is a poet. So poetry is like, you can say, like my mother/mother tongue. So while visiting Dhaka, I found Bengali is not the language, national language of this country, but poetry. There's a way people talk, people express themselves, people use the, like the dialect and everything. It's just super fantastic. I was blown away by their, that sweetness and that the depth of this language. So I immediately thought I should meet and interview as much as I can. So I started meeting people, mostly the poets, editors and publishers. Then I twisted my project a little. I thought instead of meeting poets, established poets, or like anybody, asking them about their poetries or their life and career, the belief in poetry, if I just can talk to them, like discuss about maybe cooking, maybe planting, politics, whatever, love, religion, because my main intention was collecting the emotions they have, and through their beautiful, way of expression, the language. And then I started collecting poems from them, which has been declined some time back, when they are maybe not so established, or maybe still today they could not reach to that mainstream platform. So that was my mission to meet them personally. But to do that, I had to manipulate or maybe convince the poets a bit, because it is a huge and hard thing to overcome that ego, and to express your once failure or rejected and declined phase.
I was actually going to ask you that. What was the emotion like? Because it's not easy for any of us to talk
Not
about
at
rejection.
all. And it took a huge time for me, because I spent hours and hours. I tried to be as friendly as I can, and because I myself is a human being, and
You're
I
naturally friendly though.
Thank you. But while talking to them, I also expressed my side totally and very honestly and sincerely, that how also to reach my own mission, how constantly I went through a lot of failures, and finally maybe one project is successful or accepted. So the same thing happened in each of our life. It's not like a new story, but to confront that, to face that, and to admit that it takes a lot of guts, which I think the people I met in Bangladesh finally came over in a fantastic way, and they really admitted their all those sentiments and emotional moments of failures, and then they read those poetries which were not been selected in so-called kind of good magazines or publishing houses. So what is this? The book I have made, the 1800s collected poems from all those poets, are all once rejected poems from that so-called institutions and hierarchies. So I wanted to document and record all those poems which were not been recorded and documented by the mainstream institutions. And then I tried to give them like a prized and very like gorgeous pedestal. You can see that golden pedestal, and then fantastic kind of exclusive kind of leather bound book. And from those handwritten poems, what I have noticed is like kind of self-correction, like overwriting or self-correction or self-editing made by the poet themselves. So it's not governed or ruled by the editors who can, kind of do this editing over others' voices, or like it's a metaphorical term. So when I'm using this word poems.
So
all
you've
these
actually
marks
taken
are actually- yes, so it is,
self-correction
and then I'm
marks.
magnifying them, and I made it a sticker, and then I put it on the glass. So, and then by using this huge theater light, I have tried to reflect them on the ceiling. So you see your own self, kind of corrections on the top. So that is actually, like kind of ruling. That is like your own confidence, your own editing is coming back. So what it should be. I mean, we all need to do our own rather than by somebody else.
Did you sort of, when you came to the Dhaka Art Summit, did you visualize it like this? Because it has a fantastic play of light and shadows.
We
and
had a visit for the research trip when I was shown this whole venue, and I particularly choose this one because this is eastern side, so the sunlight comes through, and at night we have used the light also, so that like later in the day and at night, that reflection I can use through the light. And this is also the entrance, and what you see from the back, from the front, is like the reverse of those self-editing, self-corrected words. So it's even more ambiguous, even more confusing. Though it says something, but at the end you see it's a fantastic pattern visually, graphically. It has a spectacular presence. So I try to play with this kind of visuals, and yeah.
Me too, as writers, as artists, sometimes we meet people and often we get involved in these long dawn projects which kind of change our lives really significantly. And this sounds like an amazingly intense project. How has it shaped you as an artist? You kind of seem a little softer from the time I first met you. You seem to be in a, what shall I say, a more settled kind of space.
Oh really? No, I'm
yeah.
settled. Maybe it's just after any show, because last time when you interviewed me, it was before the show. So if you could have come here day before yesterday, you could see my tension and like my really another avatar. But when one project is done, I'm much more relaxed, and I feel settled. But I always like to credit not only myself for my project. 50% definitely is mine, but the 50% is like this. It's always like a collective, community I work with. So here also I work with a lot of poets and then editors and publishers who actually helped me to develop this project, and they become a part of this project. So it's more like a collaboration. So,
I'm curious what got you to Bangladesh. It could have been West Bengal. And how much time did you end up spending here putting all of this together?
what? Sorry, didn't get
What,
it.
what brought you to Bangladesh? And
What brought me to
and
Bangladesh?
how much time did you spend on this?
On particularly this one?
1800 poems.
Yes,
it's
yes,
not
yes.
it's
I
not
have
an easy
done all
task.
the editings. I have done all this, I went through proofreading or whatever you say. But what I didn't do is I did not correct or edit or select. Whatever I have got, they are all placed in this book. So they are like all. So that is my project. Not to do any kind of knifing or editing over others' voice. So it's like to let others' voice to. So you can see that how. So if I'm not an editor, neither I want to be, and editing or publishing a book, a unique edition, single piece book is actually a collection of everybody's poems. Anybody and everybody can come and give their poems, and I'll make a. So we don't have to scare or fear or be humiliated about whether we are selected or not. We don't have to be judged our success and failure. So this is like how I thought of making So I don't know.
Me too. Thank you so much. This is day one of the Dhaka Art Summit, reporting to you live. And I think this is what art should really do. It should make us ask questions. It should make us question what is success, what is failure. And I think this is really a beautiful start to the Dhaka Art Summit. Please do make time for it. Well, if you're in Bangladesh, it's happening here right now.